And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, with the show that will be celebrating 17 out of the 31 days of Halloween over a microphone, only known as Music Village. And two things before we begin this next part of the show, folks. One, we will have games featured for the Indie Radio Arcade, about 6 of them to make up for this week's show having no games on it. And alongside with that, to every single one of my family members who have birthdays in October, happy birthday. You're welcome, and I covered as many bases as I can, because I think there's like 20 people in my family that has birthdays in October. Yeah, very loaded month for birthdays. I'm not kidding. But besides those birthday shoutouts that I'm not gonna read a scroll to try to go through, folks, I'm looking at my watch right now. Oh! It's just about that time. It's the witching hour, which means it's time for us to be brought up to speed on news stories that happened from this week from, you guessed it, all around the world. And in our first news story, for you fans out there who tried to go for that vitamin water challenge that took place last year, one girl that goes by the name of Alana Mugdan is less than 4 months away from becoming $100,000 richer. And in her experience of giving up cell phones for an entire year for a flip phone, she learned that she's become 125% more efficient, gotten more sleep, and alongside with that decided to read books and fix fractured friendships that she had with her friends over phones. And we'll go on to say that after the challenge is over, she may give up cell phones for good, which is a good thing. And in my opinion, the fact that she's so dedicated to not only win the 100 grand, but also alongside with it, giving up cell phones to just experience life the way that she wants to, is a very noble cause. And we go on to say the following lines, that if you miss an email, you can check it later, but if you miss a moment in the real world, it's gone forever. Very powerful stuff. And we're rooting for her to actually win the $100,000, because if she does, she will be in contingency for the Indie Story of the Year for the Indie Awards in February when she wins. So good luck, and we're rooting for you here on the sidelines. And for any of you out there who wants to go ahead and check out her progress while she goes for this said goal that she's heading toward, you can head on over to the webpage only known as marketwatch.com to check it out for yourselves. And in other news, or more or less shark playing music news. And no, Maestro, the Sharks aren't playing music, Kiss is. Because a part of their tour for their end of the road tour heading through New Zealand, it looks like on November 18th off the coast of Port Lincoln, Australia, they'll be playing a concert to entice great white sharks. Yes, folks, Kiss is going to be playing music for one of the most dangerous creatures in the world. And in my opinion, the fact that Kiss is willing to do this to actually cap off a little bit of their tour, not bad. Not bad at all. Hopefully they don't get eaten, but seeing the fact that they're going to be on a boat while they're trying to entice these said sharks, yeah, it's a thing. And apparently the name of the tour will be called Welcome to Shark Rock City. And for those who want to be a part of this said tour, tickets are on sale as of October 14th for the concert that will be taking place on November 18th of 2019 in Port Lincoln, where you'll board a boat as of 6:30 in the morning, where you'll be cruising across the shorelines looking for not only birds, dolphins, and other wildlife, while the main event that'll take place of you actually being in a boat surrounded by sharks with Kiss playing their greatest hits. Now, I'm hoping that they play Shout It Out Loud on a boat for the sharks to actually go into a frenzy outside the boat. And before any of you out there think that's nuts, remember earlier in the year we said Metallica was able to scare off a puma. So yeah, things can happen. And for those who want to pre-purchase tickets to this said concert, you can head on over to the website only known as consequencesofsound.net to check it out for yourselves. Or head on over to the YouTube page of one man known as Kiss to check out the actual footage of them trying to set up their first performance played in front of sharks, which is very interesting and for some strange reason reminds me of a metal version of National Geographic, if that's possible. Hopefully they do a cover of the song of National Geographic in their metal rock-like form, in full makeup. And in other news, as we try to get serious around here, folks, it looks like David Hasselhoff is at it again with another cover album entitled Open Your Eyes, where David Hasselhoff and a group of several special guests along with this album will be singing such classic songs as Lips Like Sugar, Sweet Caroline, and of course one of my favorite songs and guilty pleasures to listen to in my spare time, Glenn Campbell's hit song of Rhinestone Cowboy. Oh man, I can't wait to hear how this album goes, and not to mention, another one of the songs he's gonna be doing a cover of is Jump in My Car, featuring Todd Rundgren too. Nice! And if any of you fans out there who wants to get a preview of this said album, you can head on over to his Spotify or his Apple Music page, only known as David Hasselhoff, under the Open Your Eyes section to get a sample of this album for yourselves. David Hasselhoff covering Rhinestone Cowboy. I may play that to end the show, just as a warning. And with all those regular news stories out of the way for this week, folks, you guys out there know what time it is. It's time for us to go into yet another edition of Video Game News. 3, 2, 1, go. And in our first video game news story, for you fans of Mortal Kombat, whether it be the movie or the game, and a news story that we missed by about a week, but we're gonna mention on this show regardless, cause it looks like the stars of Mortal Kombat, known as Robin Chu and Lyndon Aspey, the person who played Liu Kang and the person who played Johnny Cage in the classic movie, would join up with TV host of Heat Vision, Patrick Shanley, to play against him in the game of Mortal Kombat 2. Now, if any of you at home who saw the movie and is not freaking out about this, I don't know what to say. Because this was absolutely awesome, because not only they asked them questions about the movie, but they also asked them what was their favorite moments of those said movies while playing the game of Mortal Kombat against the host and against each other. Yeah, that's right, folks. Liu Kang went one-on-one against none other than Johnny Cage, which was nuts to see them play against each other in the game as well. Real shame they didn't ask any questions on WMAC Masters though, but I digress. If any of you out there who wants to go ahead and see this cool moment brought to life, you can head on over to the website only known as, or the YouTube page only known as, The Hollywood Reporter to check it out for yourselves. And on an off note, this has to be probably one of the coolest things I've seen since seeing Pierce Brosnan play 007 on Jimmy Fallon. Just saying. And in other Mortal Kombat news, for you fans of the Terminator out there, it looks like he's ready to join the fight and terminate all competition in the world of Mortal Kombat 11. And besides a whole bunch of other people in Mortal Kombat, quoting every single one of his movies, from Last Action Hero to Conan the Barbarian, to even quoting a classic quote from Predator during the said film. The laughs never cease with this game, and the fact that Terminator in this game sort of reminds me of a faster moving Solomon Grundy from Injustice, I'm gonna really enjoy playing this said character. And the fatality that he has for this game is the fact that he shoots you in the kneecaps, sends you to the future, only to get blasted in the chest by a T-800. Granted, I would have loved to see that a T-1000 came from out of nowhere and took him out, but hey, it's a work in progress. Well, from my point of view. And if you guys want to see this character 4 days in advance, if you have the Combat Collection Pack, or if you don't have it and want to see it 11 days in advance, you can head on over to the YouTuber known as MK Fire and Ice to get an early sample of what this character of the Terminator is all about. And also, for those out there who's wondering, the T-800 will be making its way to Mortal Kombat 11 as of October 15th or October 8th if you have the Combat Pack, like we said before. And along with it, you will have a Harley Quinn skin for Cassie Cage, Kano's Cash Machine, and even a red carpet Johnny Cage outfit, along with Sonya Blade getting a Cyborg Hunter skin, which I got a feeling is inspired from Sarah Connor, a part of the classic series of the Terminator. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. And in other news, or more or less Capcom crossover news, for you fans out there of Monster Hunter World and Resident Evil, this is big news for you, because it's been announced that not only will Leon and Claire be featured during this game, but they'll also have Mixer X along with them on the fun. And to make things even better, they will also have a Hunters Guild themed after the famous police station in Resident Evil 2, a part of the game of Monster Hunter World. And I, for one, am overly excited, mostly because of the fact that they have Leon with a custom gun, and Claire even with a custom sword with tofu on the sword itself, literally making it Killer Tofu! Which I'm not gonna be surprised if I play this mode. I'll be playing the song Killer Tofu while trying to take on a Tigrex or any sort of creature or monster they got coming down the tubes for this said expansion or update that will be taking place this November. And for anybody out there who wants to check out the exclusive trailer featuring Leon and Claire in a whole new world of horror and terror that involves giant oversized monsters that I don't know how they're gonna beat, but they'll find a way, you can go ahead and check it out on the YouTube page of one man only known as Monster Hunter. And man, like I said before, I can't wait to see them in action in the game. And as a little bit of a bonus, and I almost forgot to mention this, you can also dress up your character as a zombie in this mode. Yeah, the G-Virus has officially arrived for this game. Probably should have led with that line too. And I guess with that said, folks, for this week, you have all officially been brought up to speed. And with that said, we might as well head back into this music, and when we return, we'll be back with the final segment for Music Village for this week, right after this. So don't go anywhere just yet, folks, and stay tuned.